I don't mean to suggest that state officials want detainees to suffer, but they don't care enough to do something even though the risk is obvious. In 2000, the state of Maryland entered into a contract with PHS. PHS is a notorious private, for-profit healthcare provider. There are more than 1,100 lawsuits pending against PHS for the medical care that it delivered. The state made a choice to pick this provider. They made a deal to get cut-rate medical care from a cut-rate provider.
It's common knowledge in this city to a lot of people that the jail's a bad place to go under any circumstances in Baltimore City, number one. But it's extra bad if you're sick or on medication. You could actually die in it.
The September 2004 death of Debbie Epifanio is one of the most recent attributed to conditions at BCDC. On August 20th, Debbie was completing a sentence at the Maryland State Prison in Jessup when she was transferred to BCDC to await trial on an old charge. Infected with HIV, Debbie arrived at BCDC with her prescription HIV medication. It was confiscated. 1 week into her stay, however, Debbie seemed to be okay.
She had a visitor, which is a friend of ours, that went to see her on the 27th of August, excuse me. And he tells us she was in, good spirits, just waiting to go to court, and she looked good.
When I went to see her, and she was upset. Said she was don't know why she wasn't there. That's the most thing she was talking about. Okay. And I said to you, I said, well, you look good, skin color look good, and everything. And that's it. She looked good,
But soon after that, Debbie became ill. An inmate reported seeing her so weak that she couldn't get up off the floor.
While I was at the infirmary, a girl named Debbie was there. She was lying on the floor, and the officer came in, the CO came in, and told her to get up off the floor. And she told the officer that she couldn't get off the floor, that she was too weak to get off the floor. And the officer said, I don't want to hear that. Get up off the floor and sit on the bench. And she started crying and kept saying, I can't get off the floor. I can't. And she kept saying, I know I'm going to die here. All I want to do is go home. I know I'm going to die here. I know I'm going to die here.
On September 9th, another inmate reported seeing Debbie having a seizure.
She was on the floor by the door, and she was flopping around like she was having a grand mal seizure. And a grand mal seizure will actually make you jump off the ground. You'll flop around like a fish, and that's what she was doing. And I screamed, Debbie, are you okay? What happened? And I was forced out the doorway, and the door was shut. I continued to keep looking through the window to see if I could see her, but I could only see the bottom half of her from about her thighs down, and her legs stopped jumping, and the CO came over with a folder, put it up against the window, and that was the last I was able to see.
Well, if anyone started having seizures, I think that would be a serious condition. Anyone at all. When this happens, somebody walks up to the office and comes to the window in the clinic and has a seizure, we call 911.
Despite the seriousness of Debbie's condition, she was not taken to the hospital until the afternoon of the following day, September 10th. She had a seizure in the ER, and a spinal tap revealed that she was infected with cryptococcal meningitis. She was admitted and received treatment. But on September 14th, a nurse found Debbie unconscious. She had no pulse and was not breathing. Resuscitation was attempted, but failed. Debbie was pronounced dead, a victim of an opportunistic infection, that in most cases can be controlled by medication.
Opportunistic infection is an infection which is harmless to people with a normal immune system, but which takes the opportunity to make a person sick if their immune system is damaged. So some of these are pneumocystis pneumonia. There's also special types of tuberculosis that happen only to people with AIDS, and meningitis, specifically cryptococcal meningitis, which is caused by a fungus. All of these infections are present in the bodies of people with late-stage HIV, but they're suppressed by being on certain medications. As soon as you stop the medicines, they can rapidly go out of control, and whether or not you can get control back, is a question.